Hey guys, so I know on the homework yesterday, the first problem was to rotate a triangle. No, it wasn't a triangle, it was like a diamond. To rotate a diamond like 60 degrees, and the things that we talked about on the video and the things that it talked about most in the book, we're rotating something either 90, 180, or 270 degrees. So to rotate something that is something different, to rotate like 60 degrees, something that is not 90, 180, or 270, then we have to do those by hand. So I'm not going to require you to do one of those by hand on the test because I realize that at home, not everybody has a protractor and a compass and all that stuff, but still I want to spend some time working on and at least seeing how we would do these by hand so we can understand why the ones that are 90, 180, and 270 work. So I'm going to do my best to walk you through this on the board. I know it's not an ideal way to do it to see on the board, but there's no way that I can show this actually drawing on my iPad. So do your best to stick with it, stay with me, and then we'll go from there. First, you can see that I got a triangle ABC on the board. Now over here, we have point P that we're going to rotate around. And what I'd like to do is rotate this triangle 50 degrees. Okay? So we want to rotate this triangle 50 degrees around point P. So it's going to rotate this way. How you do that to start off is you take your ruler, or you would take straight edge if you have a compass, or excuse me, a protractor. If you have your protractor, then you will use that straight edge to connect point A to point P. Alright, so you'll connect that line right there, make it perfectly straight. Then you'll take your protractor, and at the point, mine has a little opening right there, a little dot. Some other ones just have a little cross here in the middle. But right wherever that middle spot is on your protractor, you'll place that on point P, and then you'll line your lines up with line PA. So you'll want it sideways so that the middle is on point P, and this little line here is following PA. So you'll do that, and then you make a dot at 50 degrees. 50 degrees on the inside of your protractor. Your next step is to take your ruler again, or whatever you're using for your straight edge, and make a second line through point P to that dot. So you just made a line, we started here, and now we're making a line that's 50 degrees counterclockwise. Now our next step, if we have a compass, we could use a compass, but if not, we can just use a ruler to measure. We want to measure the distance from point P to point A. For me, it is 10.5 inches. And then we want to take that same distance, that 10.5 inches from point P to point A, and mark it on this new line coming out that we drew. So here, 10.5 inches is right about there. This new spot that is 10.5 inches out or rotated over, that would be A prime. So that is our new location. Now those exact steps right there of drawing a line from A to P, rotating that line 50 degrees over, and then finding the distance from P to A, that's exactly what we're going to do for point B and for point C. Alright, so follow those exact same steps. Now I don't have a ruler big enough to make it work here, but I'll just sketch you through the directions for point B. First, you would take your ruler or protractor and you would draw that line from B to P. You would put your compass your protractor, I keep saying the wrong name, protractor right in the middle, lining up with that line that you just drew. So lining up right up here, you draw a new line that is 50 degrees rotated, and then take your ruler to measure the distance from P to B and plot B prime on your new line. Okay, so those are the steps that we would follow. For today, your assignment is to watch this video, which if you've gotten this far, then you nailed it. And then I'm gonna have one of these constructions that I want you to try. Okay? So your submission, I understand it might not be perfect. I'm not gonna be there to help you, but I want you to try your best. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. But all I'm asking is that you watch this video and give this a shot. All right? Perfect. Have a good weekend, guys. Again, if you have any questions, email me and keep up the good work.